Well, there's just already this. Whatever may seem to be happening, thinking, smiling, expectations, the space, the room, sitting on a chair, everything is this already. Thinking that there's something to get and there's somewhere to get to is already just this. In the story, it may seem as if there's somebody who's on the way, who's getting somewhere, who's trying to achieve a certain goal. But that too, the story itself as it is already empty. There's already no one there who's doing anything, who's trying to do anything. It's just already this, which is nothing, as pressing as that. And this, as it can never be known. It can never be understood. It can never be gotten because there's no separation. Meaning there's no one to get it already. Everything is this already. So there's no one separate from this, who's looking for this, who's searching for this, who's getting closer to this. It's all just this. So there is already no individual to fall away, to collapse, to get anything. There is already no separate self who can find this and lose this. There's just this. And this is everything already. This is every thought. This is every sensation. This is every feeling. This is everything. And there's no one here who knows this. There's just talking right now, happening by itself, and the listening happening, which isn't being done by anybody. Yet when there's that sense of being separate from everything, it may seem as if there's somebody who's talking and somebody who's listening. But that's just a story. Yet the story as it is already that which is not a story, as pressing as a story. So there is no separation. There is no this and the story. Everything is this already. Even what appears to be a story It's not wrong or right. It's just this expressing as a story, as somebody who's talking, as somebody who's listening. So you can't go wrong with this. You can't go wrong or right. There's no one here already to be wrong or right. There's just this. There's no one here just by listening to this who will eventually find this or collapse. But there can be a recognition that all there is this. There's no one separate from this. There's nothing separate from this. To know this and become one with this. There's just simply this, whatever it may seem to be happening, arising, it's beautiful. It's not wrong or right. It's not going anywhere because there's nowhere to get to. Even when it appears in the story that there is somewhere to get to, and that's not wrong or right. It's just this already, expressing as that. This, as it is, isn't a man or a woman or a human being. Yet it may appear as a man, as a woman, or what seems to be a man or a woman. But it's all just this. There's no real separate self. There's no real woman or real man. Everything is this already. There's no world. There's no universe. There's no you. There's nothing. There's just this, which can never really be pointed to, be pointed at, because it's not a thing. This, as it is, doesn't require word to be spoken for it to be what it is. It's already wordless, yet appearing as words. It's already what it is, with or without words. So even before the question may arise, there's just this already. Even in the midst of question arising, it's already this. Expressing as a question, expressing as an answer, even appearing as somebody who says, but it seems as if today I don't get it. I don't feel it in my heart. That too is already an expression of this. Every thought, every feeling, every opinion, every suggestion is just that which can never be known, can never be understood, expressing as that. So no one has ever said anything. No one has ever done anything, because there's no one here and no one anywhere to do anything, to understand anything, to disappear or not. There's just this already. Talking about the story or not is just this already. Thinking that there's somewhere to get to is just this already. That as it is already empty. There's no one who's thinking anything. There's no thinker already. They're just thoughts, which are already empty, floating by. And even someone who appears to have something to say about thoughts floating by is just another thought floating by. And it's already empty. There's no one there already. So everything is this. No matter the shape or form it may appear to be, it's already everything. It's already nothing. It's already whole and complete. There's nothing missing. There's nothing lacking. There's no journey. There are no steps. There's nothing to figure out. There's nowhere to get to. And there's already no one to get to anyway. There's no one to receive clarity already. Somebody appearing to look for clarity is already justice. So it doesn't matter. There's no real questioner, or there's no real question, and there's no real answer, because everything is this already. An answer to a question may seem as if there's somewhere to get to. There's somebody who's getting something, who's getting some knowledge. But it is seen here that there is already nobody to get any knowledge, to understand anything. There's just this already. So if there are questions or anyone who would like to share something, feel free to do so by simply unmuting. Hi, Alice.
Hi, NKOSI. Hi, Zoe and Faith.
Hi, Alice.
Hi. Hey, Faith, are you feeling better?
Not much, no.
Oh,
I
wow.
still feel pretty awful.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
What do
Thank
you
you.
have? Faith?
Pneumonia?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Send my condolences. That's is it in your lungs and stuff?
I don't really know. All I know is I've been sick for over 2 weeks, and I've never been so sick in my life for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. Hang in there. Just will go away. Hang in there.
How have you been, Zoe? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I moved to Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm back just for about 6 weeks. I have to renew my driver's license and that kind of stuff. But I got a job in Japan, and so it's I don't know if I'm still there.
Whoops, you went away.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so I've been gone for 6 months, and it's the time difference is so much that I can't attend any any of
Yeah.
these meetings.
Yeah. So
But
now
now
you're back
I
to join us.
yeah, well, I wrote to Michael because I was thinking that I kind of remembered that NKOSI was doing something on Sundays, but I guess it's Monday your time, right, NKOSI?
Yeah, it's Monday, 1 in the morning.
And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning your time,
Yeah,
right?
1 in the
Oh,
morning.
20 past 1. Okay, yeah. So you're not tired?
No, no.
Do you
I
usually get
woke
up
up.
at
I woke up at 12 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for the meeting.
You
Yeah, I'm not
usually
tired.
sleep. You usually sleep kind of at night before 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do sleep a couple of hours,
That's all.
then wake up at 12 or 12:30 for the
Then you
meeting.
go to bed again when you're done with us?
No, no, I don't. I don't. That's why I walk my aunt to the bus stop and then take a bath. Yeah, I don't sleep after that.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess when you see that all this, you don't need much sleep, huh? You don't have that resistance like I do to life.
Yeah, I would say nobody sees that all is this, but
Yeah.
there can be that recognition that there's justice, but there's no entity behind who can claim that I've recognized now. I know that all is this.
Right.
This just this, you know. Even also asking that question, it may seem as if there is a real Alice, asking a question, but it's just this asking a question. There's no human being anywhere. Yet thinking that there's a human being somewhere or somebody here is also just this. It's not wrong or right. That's not to say it shouldn't be happening. No, it's okay. It's beautiful because it's an expression of everything. It's an expression of this. So there can be just thoughts that I'm here. To say I'm here listening to what is being spoken, that's just a thought. There is no one there already. It's just a thought or imagination arising in this. Imagining that I'm this body, I'm a woman, or a knowledge in the memory that is not even there. Saying, oh, I grew up in a certain location, I went to a certain school, I got married, that's just a knowledge in the memory. It's just a story. It's just a thought. It's nothing. That's not an evidence that there's a real somebody there. There can be just a body as it is, but that which identifies with the body that says, I am this body, it's already not there, as separate from everything. It's just everything expressing already as that. So there's no separation. If we were to operate on that body, we wouldn't find Alice. We can only find the heart, the liver, the intestines, the brain, but we can't find Alice there. It's just a body. It's just a body. And thoughts that seem to arise to say, I'm so and so, that's beautiful. That's as it is already empty, and it's beautiful. It's not wrong or right. It's just what's happening. And it's not personal. Even when it seems it's personal, it's already impersonal. Everything is empty. Every opinion is empty. Every question is empty. Every answer is empty. There's already no one to get or to lose anything. There's no one to get this. There's no one to lose this. There's just this. Or what seems to be thoughts may be seen as just clouds floating by. They just float by. No, they are really nothing. And what seems to be the one who suffers thoughts, or the thinker of thoughts, is already another thought. So thoughts, when they are looked for, they can never be found. So they are nothing. Everything is this. Everything is nothing. Thoughts can't be grasped. Thoughts can't be seen. Thoughts can't be held in view. Right now, there's just seeing, and there's no seer behind. The one who says, I see, is just an imagination. It's just a knowledge that was imposed, that I am this woman who's thinking, who is the center of everything, but that's just there. That's as it is empty. It is not separate from this. It's just already this, also expressing as a thought or as a thinker of thoughts. So it's not wrong or right. It's just what seems to be happening. And that as well may seem to stop. And there can be a recognition that there is no one here and no one in a way. So this doesn't see the other. Yet seeing the other is this too. Is not separate from this. And just this, simply this, is already what is being longed for. There is no other than this. Other than this can be just a thinking happening, that there is something other than this. That's just a thought arising in this. So the seeing, there's just seeing, and the seeing is empty. It has no seer. It has no real separate seer. The seeing as it is not a man or a woman. Doesn't have any culture. It doesn't have any preferences. Just this seeing. It was never born. It never dies. It's just there. Even when the eyes are closed, there is just seeing. It never ends. Even when the eyes are closed, it can be seen that it's just black. That black or blank is still seeing, even when nothing is seen. So here, nothing is suppressed here. Things are allowed to be as they are, without judgment. Yet if there is suppression, that's also this expressing as that. If things, they seem not to be allowed to be as they are, that's another expression of this. It's not to say there is wrong or right, it's just what happens. There can be confusion, frustration arising in this. That's already that which is not frustrated or confused, expressing as frustration and confusion. There is already no separate self who's confused or frustrated. Even the feeling that seems to be uncomfortable is just an expression of this. Even the feeling of peace, love, joy is also an expression of this. There is already no one to be there or not there already. There's just this. There's no one to be wrong or right already. There's no one to get anything, and there's nothing to get. There's just this. Whatever is arising, thinking that there's something to get or not, is this too. Trying to get this or trying to get it somehow may seem to be late in a way, because this is already the case. Yet trying to get it is this too. And this can never be spoken. This can never be said. This is wordless. This is empty. This is not a thing. Yet it's everything, or every apparent thing. The separate self has never been found. The separate self is just never there to find anything. It's just this which is already not separate, expressing as what seems to be a separate self. But there's no real separate self who can eventually find this. There's just this already. It's already the case. It's already everything. It's already every question. It's already every answer. It's already every feeling, every sensation. It's already everything. There's no one here, no one anywhere to get it already, or separate from it. And yet it doesn't mind the story. All stories are this. Even when they appear to be a dynamic story, it's just this expressing as that. They may seem to be a subtle stories, happening, but they're just stories. So being separate from everything, or being somebody who's separate from everything, that's just a dream. Also appearing in this. But there is no one to wake up in this dream. It's a dream where nobody wakes up. But it can be seen that it's just a dream. But it's just a seeing without the seer. It's just a recognition without the recognizer. To claim that now I know. In the midst of seeking, it may seem to be happening. It may seem as if there is somebody there who's seeking. But when the recognition happens, the apparent seeker is nowhere to be found. It is recognized that it wasn't even there in the first place. It was just that which is being sought for, expressing as a seeker. So what you are looking for is already where you are looking from. You are what you are looking for. There's just this. There's only this. There's no separation. And this can never talk to anybody. Even right now, it's not talking to anybody. You can say it's talking to itself as everything. As well, here, there is no intention to convince anybody, to enlighten anybody. It's just talking. And listening happening. There can be thinking happening as well. Because this, as it is so free that it can be appear as anything. It can express as anything, as every opinion, every suggestion. There are no limitations. Every feeling, every sensation, every thinking is not wrong or right. It's just what seems to be happening. And it's already empty. There is no one separate from this already. Question arising, already this. Suggestion arising, already this. Not getting it is just this already. Getting it is this already. A feeling of being separate from this is this already. No matter how it appears, it's just this already. There is no escape. The silence, the noise, trying or not trying, feeling frustrated, angry, hopeless, joy, peace, harmony. It's already this. And no one knows this already. And this is unknowable. It's unknowable. It can never be known. Yet knowing that may seem to happen is just a story. There can be knowing of labels, that there's a computer screen, there's a room, there's a chair. Those are just labels. There's really nothing to know. This can never be known. This is unknowable. So things are imagined. They are no things. There are no real things. Can be imagined that there is a year, which is 2024, that is imagined. Today it's Sunday, today it's Monday, there is next week, and there was last week. It is imagined by no one. Imagination or no imagination is this already. It's beautiful, it's okay, it's not wrong or right. It may seem as if there are real people in the world going to work, going to their businesses, driving, some walking in the streets, but there are no people already. It's just that which can never be known, can never be understood, also expressing as people going to work, going to their businesses, driving, expressing as birds, chirping, flying by, clouds, you know. There are no real people, there are no real birds. There's no real world. Everything is this already. No matter the shape or form it may appear to be, it's just that which can never be known, expressing itself. And there's really nothing to do about this. Thinking that there's something to do about it is also just this, because this is not separate from itself. It's already whole and complete. It's wholeness already. So here it is seen that there is no child, there's no mother, there's no father, there's no daughter, there's no sister. There are no animals, no mountains, no trees. There's nothing. Everything is nothing. Or everything is this. And this is nothing. Being every apparent thing, if I may say. So there's just full on this, and there's nothing to do about it. Thinking that there's something to do about it is also this. So everything can never be found. who is there to find everything, who is there to find wholeness. If everything is this already, who is separate from this to find this? So it can only just be this, also expressing as somebody who's trying to find this. So it's beautiful. It's okay. It's not wrong or right. It's just what seems to be happening. And it's not happening to anybody, for anybody. It's not personal. It's already impersonal. No one has a story. The story is just a story. No one has it. The story doesn't belong to anyone. Nothing belongs to anyone. There's no one to go wrong or right. There's no one to get it already. And this never got it. There's no one here who got it. And there's no one to get it anyway. There's just it. So even when the body collapses, it is also seen that this never ends. The body can collapse at any time, anywhere. It doesn't matter to this. This is not dependent on the body for it to be what it is. It's already what it is with or without the body. So it doesn't mind even when the body is obliterated, destroyed completely. There's still just this. This never goes away because it never came. This never dies because it has never been born. Do you have something to say, Alice? Thank you.
Well, I was thinking about what I had asked you a couple of weeks ago, and I still feel maybe it can't even really be answered because it's such a question. But if all of this is an imagination and the body dies, what is the energy that continues then? Because I think you indicated there was some energy that continues. And I don't really understand that. And maybe there's no understanding to that because maybe none of us really know what happens when the body dies because we haven't died.
Yeah, already there's no one living.
Right.
Yeah. To think that there's somebody who's alive, who's living, it's just a story. This is a dream. There's no one here and no one anyway. Everything
So
is
in other
this.
words, if we die, we're just dead. I mean, there's like nothing that will continue.
Already there's no one living, so there's no one to die. The body can
Okay.
collapse. The body can collapse, but this never goes away. This remains as it is.
That totally makes sense to me because that's everything that you've been saying as far as I understand. But I posed a question a couple of weeks ago, and I seem to remember you saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, that there is energy in the body that continues somehow. Am I wrong?
Yeah, the story as well may seem to continue, a more refined story, like when there is a meeting of dead relatives or somebody who passed on,
You think that's
that
true?
that
That
may
could
seem
happen.
to happen as well. But it's still just a story. It's more a dynamic story or a subtle story as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but as well, there can be a recognition that too is just a story.
Right.
It's just this also expressing as that.
Could be that people really want to think they're going to be with their loved ones after they die, that something is manifested that happens.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real. It's unreal already. And this being somebody who's talking to somebody is already unreal. So if it happens that's way, that's still a story. In the same way, this, or if it appears that there is a me who's talking to you, it's a story. It's a dream.
Okay.
It's the same as when you dream at night, when the body is asleep, there's a dream. You may seem to be walking in the forest, being afraid that there's going to be a lion that is going to come by and eat you alive, you know. But in that dream, it seems as if it's real. It's happening for real, Can hear birds chirping, some insects flying by. But when you wake up, you recognize that it's just a dream. All the fear that was there goes away, vanishes.
So in the same way that somebody who is really unhappy and miserable with life commits suicide, and takes the life that never really existed, that um, I guess where sometimes this doesn't is like why wouldn't somebody that's really horribly miserable take his own life if after he takes his own life he's going to find himself in this joyful bliss? I know
Yeah,
that
there
question
is no,
comes up to me sometimes. I mean, like, if that's what it
Yeah.
is.
yeah. Sorry, come again?
No, it just kind of comes up to me, you know,
Yeah.
like the question I just asked, why wouldn't somebody, if there's really horribly miserable, and if there is no death and only imagination and all of that, and they would see at that point there is no separation and they would be in a possibly a joyful place, why wouldn't they want to take their life?
Yeah, that may seem to happen as
Life
well
doesn't exist
in
anyway,
the
yeah,
story. It may
in the
seem to
story.
happen in the story, somebody taking his own life, but that's just a story. There's already
Right.
nobody there who can really take his life or her life. You know, there's
So
no
what
one
kind of
living life already.
So would
It's
the
just life.
energy then that continues possibly, like if you continue to see somebody or have that, and that's still an imagination and a dream and everything, even for say a quote on normal death, would do you think that that energy would have more of a negative kind of reaction to death with the dream that might carry over, even though it's imaginary?
Yeah, the dream may seem to continue as well. The dream may seem, you may see that, may see uncle that passed on, but it's
Or
still just a dream. It's empty. It's nothing. You know, there can be a recognition even there. That's there's no uncle, there's no mom who passed on, no granny. Everything is this. You know,
okay,
in the same way, there is a recognition when there is life or there is life in this body. There is also a recognition when this body still alive, that there's just this. There's no one anywhere. You know? But the story, you know, it's not to say this shouldn't engage in the story. This may still respond. If they call it NKOSI, it may still respond as if it's real NKOSI, but this isn't NKOSI. There's nothing here. There's no NKOSI here. And there's no Alice there, no Zoe there, no Faith, no another there. Everything's this. So there can be a more refined story where Zoe, NKOSI, Alice meets up in a subtle story, you know. That too is also an expression of this. You know, it's not wrong or right. You know, it's just what seems to be happening. And there can be also a recognition that there's no one anywhere. And the story may not continue, may seem not to continue as well. Anything may arise. There are no limitations here. Whether it continues or not, it doesn't matter because everything is this.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so this somehow is okay with any story appearing because it's just an expression of this. It's not wrong, all right? It's beautiful.
I have a question. Anand, how do you pronounce that? Anand. I know you never talk, but I was curious where you were from. Because then we would have Japan, United States, and maybe another country, I'm thinking, represented here. Just curious. And
Are you
Faith
there,
is from
Anand?
Australia. What did he say?
I was asking if he is there. Hi, Anand.
So I think we
don't
are
think
all
he's.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Do you like
beautiful.
Japan, Zoe?
Say that
You like-
again?
You like Japan?
Yes, very much.
Oh,
It's surprising. I, it wasn't on my bucket list of places to visit, but it's very lovely. The people are extremely polite and so different from the United States. Yeah, it's it's beautiful. It rains a lot there. I'm surprised at how much it rains. Yeah, but it's very green. And the other big thing is their toilets are the best. NKOSI, have you been to Japan?
No,
No?
I've never been
It blew me away
to.
when I,
Yeah,
no,
I've
you've
never
never
been
been?
to any country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so when I got off the plane, waiting for the bus to pick me up, I went to use the restroom, and all their toilets have heated seats, and they have they have water sounds you can put on, or sometimes they come on automatically. Every toilet has a bidet, males and females. All bidets. It's like they've taken the art of going to the bathroom to a whole nother level. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, are they kind of like co-ed bathrooms then? Are they?
No, but they so far every bathroom is equipped with these amazing toilets, heated seats, bidets, sounds, and then they even have like disinfectant, so you can disinfect the seat. I mean, it's it's like a 5-star toilet.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you can bring that to the United States and get a
A patent on it, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm just amazed. Yeah.
Anyway, that was a side note.
Yeah.
Mine.
Nice.
Japan's a popular tourist destination for Australian people too. And my granddaughter went and took a photo of the toilet on the train, I think it was. Well, you wouldn't sit, it's not a sit-down toilet. You have to do your squatting.
Oh,
It
yeah,
might
they
have-
do have some of the other style. You're right. Yeah, the
Yeah.
squatting toilets. Yeah.
Yeah. Not much good for old ladies like me who can't bend the knees very well. But anyway, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah, they have both styles. I've forgotten about that until you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but even that, is so good for the body, really, to squat down on the ground is so good for the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
For the non-existent body.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now here it's 2:13.
Oh, thank you, NKOSI.
Yeah. Thank you everybody
Thank
for coming, and
you.
good night and good morning, Faith and another.
Thank you, Kirsty.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Good
You're
night
welcome.
now.